Mario is one of the biggest franchises of all time, being valued at a whopping $10 billion. While everyone knows Mario for the many good Mario games that they have played, there are quite a few games that are either unplayed or simply unknown. I know a few of you guys may have heard about these games before, but the larger audience may have not heard about these ever, so if you guys find this topic to be interesting like I did, then I encourage you to look at the links in the description down below or do your own research. The first game on this list is known as Mario's Time Machine, which was released in December of 1993 for the Super NES. The premise of this game is that Bowser has created a time machine to travel back in time and steal key artifacts throughout profound points in history and place them on display within his museum. Mario is poised with the task of returning each individual item to its rightful place in order to avoid changing history permanently. The story itself seems to have a decent background, but it falls apart in the actual gameplay aspect. Admittedly, the soundtrack is pretty catchy for the Super NES era, and I actually like it personally, but it doesn't really go much further than that. In terms of actual gameplay, Mario has the ability to hurt enemies and get hurt himself. There is even a final boss battle with Bowser in the end. For an educational game, this game is pretty good, but it doesn't really go much further than that. Next up, we have Hotel Mario, which was created for the Philips CDI. Hotel Mario was created on April 5th of 1994.
Dear pesky plumbers, the Koopalings and I have taken over the Mushroom Kingdom. The princess is now a permanent guest at one of my 7 Koopa hotels. I dare you to find her if you can.
The premise of Hotel Mario is that Bowser has created 7 hotels within the Mushroom Kingdom, each guarded by one of his children. This is essentially supposed to emulate the idea that Bowser has taken over castles within each area of the Mushroom Kingdom, and Mario has to once again defeat each level by surpassing obstacles and monsters in his way. The premise of each level is that you have to close the door on every floor of the hotel. Bowser's minions close a door every time they go by one, so Mario has to simply stomp on the enemies' heads and close the door once more. Seemingly, the only objective to actually pass the level is to just close each door on every floor. One neat thing about this is that Mario actually has the ability to gain power-ups to defeat the enemies on every floor, so it does border on the idea of a Mario game, although it doesn't seem to be entirely all there. Next up, we have Mario is Missing, which was released on the Super NES in June of 1993. Mario is Missing is about how Bowser is trying to flood the Earth by using hairdryers to melt all of the ice in Antarctica. However, in order to afford these hairdryers, Bowser must acquire the money by stealing important landmarks to sell. In the process of trying to foil Bowser's plans, Mario gets captured by Bowser in a net when he feeds him some candy, and it's up to Luigi to foil Bowser's plans, save Mario, and save the world. Luigi is able to access each world from the hub world, which is located in various famous cities around the world. The objective of the game is to defeat enemies in each area and return the artifacts that you get from these enemies to their proper place. The story behind the game doesn't make much sense, but for an educational game, it's pretty cool from a conceptual level. Actual gameplay, however, seems to fall flat. Our next game on the list is Super Mario Bros. Special, which was released only in Japan in 1986, as well as South Korea in 1987. This game was developed entirely for the NEC PC-88. There isn't really much to say about this game aside from the fact that it is an early build of the original Super Mario Bros., as you could probably tell. The game plays out just like the original Super Mario Bros. With a lot more glitchiness to it. Every time you transition to a new screen, it has to load that area. While it was a very cool concept at the time, developers just couldn't really make it work due to limitations of the NEC PC-88. It was for this reason that this game did not receive a worldwide release. I would show you the audio for this game, but I would prefer that you guys don't leave this video with bleeding ears. So if you really want to check out the audio, then the link will be in the description down below. The last game on this list is Mario Clash, which received an exclusive release in Japan on September 28th of 1995 for the Virtual Boy. This game, like many others developed for the Virtual Boy, was a 3D release, hence the strange perspective and red coloring. The goal of this game is to knock off every enemy within the level to be able to move on to the next. Mario has to go back and forth between the foreground and the background to accomplish knocking off these enemies. Although the concept for this game was received very well, the actual gameplay was said to be boring and repetitive. Although it definitely does not deserve the title of being a bad game. It was said to actually be rather challenging. The game has 99 playable levels and the player can choose to start on any of the first 40 levels. This feature was most likely seen as necessary since the game did not allow any ability to save progress once the game has been turned off. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, please like the video and comment down below what you would like to see next. Make sure you share this video and subscribe for more to be updated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.